truly one of the nation's bloodiest Civil War battlegrounds, Gettysburg is home to thousands of spirits who lost their lives at war. By the time that gunfire ceased, and the fields fell silent in early July 1863, approximately 40,000 men lay dead, dying, or wounded. Many of the soldiers were buried where they fell, sometimes with others of opposing side, in shallow unmarked graves. Left laying unknown and restless, their souls flocked to certain spots on this battleground that they suffered most or where they perished. Devil's Den is the name given to a rocky ridge covered in large boulders south of Gettysburg. On the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg, the small area surrounding the rocky formations bore witness to intense fighting as part of General Robert E. Lee's flank attack. The Den was one of the few battles that were won by the Confederacy, and the battle for the Devil's Den laid to rest around 1,800 of their own soldiers, as well as about 800 Union troops. Today, the Den holds true to its name, clinging mercilessly to the souls that were claimed there. The boulders themselves hold marks of soldier foot traffic and gunfire. Visitors to the Den report seeing soldiers in Civil War uniforms, appearing and then disappearing. Others have heard the resounding noise of cannon fire, running, screaming, gasps, and garbled words, described as if the spirit were choking on blood. Satch's Covered Bridge, located just off Pumping Station Road, was used by both Union and Confederate soldiers throughout the Battle of Gettysburg. One particular event gives this bridge its paranormal allure. Seeing as though most soldiers in the Civil War were young men, nothing more than teens and young adults, abandonment of their posts was seen often. On this occasion, 3 Confederate soldiers tried to evade the battles by donning Union garb and marched with the North across Satch's Bridge. Their charade did not last long, as they were soon to be discovered as Confederates, and were made an example of on this very bridge. The 3 men were hanged from the bridge's thick wooden support beams, the executed soldiers bearing a warning for all Confederate troops passing through the bridge. Witnesses have come forward with reports of disembodied heads and faces under the bridge. Pictures have captured apparitions of soldiers, still marching across the wooden pathway even in death. A strong odor of cigar smoke is also reported often. And with its proximity to the battlefields of Gettysburg, the sound of cannon and gunfire is also a common occurrence at the bridge. Another haunted location at the Gettysburg battlefield is known as Iverson's Pits. On the first day of the battle, soldiers led by Alfred Iverson's North Carolina Brigade had arrived in Gettysburg. The men formed into their lines for battle and were confident in their success as they had the element of surprise on their side, or so they thought. Suddenly, an immense sheet of flame erupted in front of them. Union soldiers had seen them coming and were hiding behind great stone walls, amazed at the number of Confederate soldiers seemingly served to them on a silver platter. Their excitement soon turned to bloodshed for the Confederates, as Union troops surged like an unforgiving ocean wave over the stone walls, taking advantage of the fact that General Iverson did not deploy any advanced lines to ward off surprise skirmishes. In the days after this battle, most of the dead were buried in one large, unmarked mass grave, right where they fell. For years after, the farmer that owned the land said that Iverson's pits grew the tallest wheat in the entire field. These days reports of spectral figures are seen stalking the pit. Unexplained lights and yelling have also been reported. Reports even date back to the 19th century at the site, showing that the imprints left here are strong enough to last hundreds of years. The fields and battlegrounds surrounding Gettysburg created one of the most haunted locations in the country, if not the world. Gettysburg holds violent deaths, unfinished business, unconsecrated burials, and horrors the nation cannot forget. All leading to a perfect storm for paranormal events. The town's streets are crawling with spirits and emanating paranormal phenomena.